especially the way Glaive wants to build. He's not going to, I mean, because this build on Glaive, we talked about how he's an early game, but he scales much better this way, but it does take away some of that early game damage output while he can still disable people. So Koshka really nice, and the Vox is going to come through. So
I love picking up Vox into a Finn, because that you can now have the flexibility to go either weapon or crystal. Obviously, with the Koshka, it's most likely going to be weapon. But
not if Langley was playing the Koshka. Yeah, weapon Koshka. We get a CP Vox.
Yeah, but the Vox is going to be able to just get stacks built up on that Finn before the fights really kick off. So look for some potential there. And of course, Cavalifar on Vox is just a force to be reckoned with.
So Team Secret's composition, I mean, we've seen them run
Twitter feed says he's come into this game prepared, watching VOD after VOD of SK, so he knows exactly what they want to do from early to mid to late game. That gets me excited as we head into this game.
Now, once upon a time when the Iron Guard contract changes were proposed, we saw a smattering of them out there, but since Vainglory 2.0, it's very few and far between. We don't see anything other than just like the Iron Guard contract. Mowgli, for example, is rocking it here with his Finn, but some of that early aggression could be also here from Jetpacks with his Protector contract coming out again. With a Koshka, and you put that Lance with him, not only do you have a 1-2 punch, but that Protector contract can go a long way to negating some early game bursts.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm really excited to see if that means we'll get an early evade from Tyrus and Jetpacks. Tasty Bacon giving Tyrus the MVP award yesterday, so keep your eye on this kitty cat in the jungle. This guy has been stepping up to the plate and has been really taking tags when it comes to just killing everyone.
So far, nothing really in terms of a big major aggression. Team Secret actually taking the shortcut home quite a few times this early on. They're not really looking to aggressively push out. They're not looking to aggressively invade. They do have some defensive scout traps down in the jungle, just in case the little kitty cat does come through looking for some action. But so far, relatively, everybody's just more or less happy to stick to themselves. Elder Treant coming down under fire. Jetpacks clearing out some of that vision. Should be a pretty free and clear SK, and now they're looking for the next Treant.
Yeah, and you can see that SK Gaming, they're positioning in this tri-bush, trying to find someone, catch Justman out. They just spotted him heading into that mustache bush, which is going to give Cavalifar a little bit of a warning that there's a Glaive in the jungle looking for a gank here. Just a bit of pressure, so it forces Cavalifar to play on his side of the lane, gives Leon a bit of protection as well. You can see that once more it's going to be this cooldown Glaive playstyle coming through. The Storm Guard has already been completed here for Justman, heading towards that Storm Crown. And then once he hits that Storm Crown power spike, if Leon can also match it with an item of his own, get that fountain out for Mowgli, then that could be a point for Team Secret to start taking fights.
Well, Tyro's not looking for a Storm Crown, at least earlier on. It's going to be more of an Aftershock, at least I hope it will be. I am more of a fan. I think that the stats kind of went with them yesterday with some more of these melee crystals. The Aftershocks can just absolutely do so much work, especially up against some bigger, beefier opponents like Mowgli's Finn, for example. That guy is just going to scale all the way throughout the game, health-wise, armor-wise. He's just so hard to kill. That percentage damage can go a long way.
Certainly can, and we did see a double Shadow Glass on a Koshka yesterday, which kind of failed.
Would not recommend.
Right, it was, everyone was so far ahead. It was Hammer's Velocity versus Gangstar's Sirius, and the Hammer's Velocity side, they were so far ahead that they could afford it at that point, because they were just trying to pressure out a Baron. In the end, they managed to take the win, but it was due to a miracle play rather than the fact that they stormed ahead. Look at this, Tyros, he's actually too far in the jungle. Crystal Sentry's here as well. He's taking a huge beating from that Crystal Sentry, but is going to be able to walk away for now. Justman making his way down from the lane, trying to catch this Koshka out of position, but
she's gone.
Blood Rush passive, just so fast, so mobile, is easy to get away.
Now, could Team Secret actually, glean something off of this? Not really. The timing's just not matching up for too much. There was actually Mowgli, as soon as he had gone home, he picked up some scout traps, which he's now exhausted, but he also picked up some candy. If you take a look at that Crystal Sentry, well, the candy's faded for now, but he was able to help save that out, and that was a big reason why Tyros had to really jump ship at that point, because that candy can really just beef up that sugar rush, coming into that Sentry.
Yeah, and we saw it so often yesterday in North America. Teams just putting the candies onto the Crystal Sentries all the time, trying to protect them, try and make sure that they do a bit of extra damage. All the teams coming down to the jungle shop to purchase up. It's Fountain breaking point here for SK, and they want to start the fight before they get in. There's the Yummy Tactic Frenzy straight onto Ringo. Good Impale. Leon knocked against the wall. It's going to be first blood for SK Gaming, and they're going full more here for looking for Mowgli, who's caught out by himself. A double kill for Tyroz, and that's why this guy got MVP yesterday.
And it doesn't actually look like he's going to be looking for the Aftershock. It actually could be that Shattered Glass again. We'll have to see if he doubles down on his luck for it, but a good start here to SK picking up the 2. We did actually have a bit of a level advantage for Team Secret. We had the level 6s on not only Justman, but Leon there as well. We didn't quite have that advantage. You see Kvar didn't use his level 6 because he just simply didn't have it. Now that they've cleared out the the gold miner and those kills, it's a bit of a different story. So even that, down an extra button, the collapse was just good enough from SK to come ahead.
Item spikes, level spikes, is something you have to keep in mind of, and Team Secret just walked into a death trap there, and it's a huge advantage for SK. They get those neutral objectives. Now Team Secret trying to regain some tempo, pushing up the lane, putting the pressure on Kavalava, but this guy is not even feeling it. No sweat broken. It is worth noting Leon in the lane, currently up by 20 CS. That is a substantial lead for the Ringo.
Well, it is a Ringo. Last hitting is sort of his specialty, especially with that weapon, but big catch on the cat.
Yeah, Kavalava looks like he's caught out, but they're trying to turn the fight onto Leon. It's going to be a trade of the carries here, 1-for-1 as the fight continues. Tyra's looking to put the damage onto Justman. Justman's got that polite company. Tyra's jumping back onto Mowgli. They're going to go down to the wire. It's going to be Tyra's falling, but the trade is there. And now Justman Jetpack's just going to part ways. A 2-for-2 in the Tri-Bush. Bit of a messy fight.
I am somewhat relieved that Tyroz did end up picking up that Aftershock just before the fight did happen. That's why he jumped back in. He said, we can make this trade. Likely not to live through it, but just kind of chunking down Mowgli that extra little bit allowed Jetpacks to make that 2-for-2. So Justman will survive on one side, Jetpacks on the other. Not entirely too sure that the trade worked out for SK in the end, but they are still going to be more or less in the driver's seat for the aggression here.
Yep, you're going to see a flare gun purchase for Mowgli there. So he's looking to get a bit of vision, make sure that Team Secret know exactly what they're walking into next time. It did look like Team Secret wanted the fight, but SK Gaming, as soon as one of their men is caught, they're jumping straight into the action, making sure that they're protecting. And hey, look at this, Breaking Point and Aftershock just purchased up by Justman and Leon.
Yeah, Justman, again, this is a very cheap build to go. You don't really have to be super far ahead. You can get it very early into the fight. You're looking at sub 9 minutes, and Justman has the core of this cooldown glaive now ready to roll. And that's going to be very important for the next set of fights, because Leon so far has been the collapse target, and both times he's just been quickly eliminated. Now Mowgli has his level 6. We're going to be seeing how much more defensive he goes. I really hope that flare gun just stays as a flare gun. I do think a Crucible would be very, very important up against basically every member of SK at this point. But we'll have to see if Justman's cooldowns can be that heal that Leon needs.
Yeah, and speaking of Crucibles, you just saw it there. Jetpacks had just purchased his own. That's going to be Hellfire Brew, blocked up by Kavalava's reflex block. So everything getting blocked out, no forced accords touching, and Team Secret's engaged, just completely thwarted. The cooldowns for the reflex block and the Crucible going to be up before the ultimates of Mowgli and Leon. Such a cheap investment to really counter out these big abilities.
Yeah, the reflex blocks go a long way, especially if you can use them correctly. And Leon, he's a weapon Ringo. He's not going to be depending on that ult. If he ever gets the chance and it's up and you think that there's even possibly a remote chance of an engage, just throw it out. You can't really spare the seconds to channel it up in the middle of a fight. Not up against a silence from Kval, a knockback from Jetpacks, and a stun from Tyroz.
Well, it is a kill advantage here for SK Gaming, but the CS is pulling Team Secret into the gold lead, if just by 100 gold. Leon 128 to the 96 here of Kavalava. A huge lead for Leon in the lane. And when you look at the jungle as well, it's a bit of a different story. Justman hasn't really been farming up in comparison to Tyroz, who's got 51 to Justman's 18.
No, I just looked at the numbers relative to the time. This is a hyper farm, Ringo. That is why Justman is down in the pits for his CS. This is they are giving all the farm to Justman. It just clicked now. That's why he's almost 40 CS ahead of the timer.
And that makes sense because, as you said, this CP Glaive build that we're seeing popularized is very cheap. The Glaive doesn't need as much gold to hit his power item spikes and be relevant in the game. So by sacrificing some of that jungle gold to Leon, getting that hyper carry farm onto the Ringo, it means that he's hitting his massive power at the end of the game much quicker, and that's extremely clever from Team Secret.
Now, I know that Team Secret didn't really have the vision on this, but I do think they were well within their rights to take down the turret. We just didn't have SK in a position to realistically contest that, but of course, we see that with our eagle eye. Of course, Team Secret they saw that rotation. It's just, okay, gotta protect the lane. Yeah, Leon goes down. This strat's gonna fail.
Ooh, Leon's rooted up. This could be him going down right here. He's doing his best to escape Tyros and the claws of this Koshka. The Force Accord will not connect with Tyros, but the Hellfire Brew might. He's going to start burning away. Of course, it's a weapon power, not as devastating as a CP Ringo, but they keep Leon alive. They thwart the dive. Team Secret live another day.
Now, Tyros, he's the only one without a reflex. Jetpacks actually did throw it on the Crucible, didn't time it right for the block. If there was any kind of follow-up on top of Tyros, if Justman was anywhere even close to this fight, could have been a very big kill for Team Secret, a big push from there as well. But that fight was 2v3. Leon did survive, however. All that jungle farm coming through, he has tanked up. Look at this. 2 items into the Aegis, as well as that coat of plates, probably looking for either the Atlas or the metal jacket. My money's more on the metal jacket at this point, but he is no longer that squishy target. Those first 2 deaths, he is aiming that those are the only deaths he has.
Yeah, no, and it's very respectful. This Koshka, this Lance, it's such a threat for Team Secret, and Ringo, you know, whilst he has that twirling silver to get a bit of movement speed on out of the fight, he relies on his positioning to dodge out from the Impale. If an Impale hits, then that could just be him dead. If it was not for the fact that so much investment into armor shielding has been purchased up. So I'm liking this from Team Secret. Feed all the gold into their carry and then protect him. And they've got a great comp for it. Afterburn on the Glaive, Polite Company on the Finn. It allows for them to kill Ringo so easily.
Blocked. All right, good stuff there from Jetpacks.
Yeah, they're looking to re-engage the fight though. They're going straight in. Mowgli taking a lot of damage, but Leon, he's going to be dodging out from that yummy catnip frenzy. Now they're turning onto Tyros. Good Yiphian's War, but it's not enough. Justman jumping on in, finding the kill onto Koshka, and now they want more. Kavalava, the target, as Leon's face tanking it. Oh, he's too close to the fire, and that's going to be Kavalava throwing on back a 1-for-1 trade there. And SK, or even Leon, maybe a little bit too cocky.
Yeah, Kavalavar taking a page out of Von C's book right there. No fear, just fight. Justman and Mowgli started to melt away out of that fight, but Leon, he stood his ground. He said, I can do this. And unfortunately, he just cannot. That's a big win right there for K-Vows. He's going to be able to come back to lane. We just have Leon respawning now. Despite Hyperfarm status, there's only 40 CS between these 2 carries. Leon has a good bit more in the defensive department, but Kavalavar's not that far behind.
Right, and that's could be a bit of a worry, as you know the Vox is going to hit that late game point as well, and when he does, it's going to be a nightmare. Tyrants purchased up the Kavalavar, as well as the Broken Myth here for Tyros. Look at the damage that SK Gaming will be able to output in the next fight.
Yeah, the Broken Myth, is if Tyros can actually live through this, it will hit extremely hard. That's where Leon really just needs to be focusing down the Koshka, and he's been doing that very well. He's been surviving and getting those kills back.
Oh, they're going straight onto Leon here. It's a bit of a push bait, but so much damage onto Tyros. They're trying to do the damage. Leon in the back of the fight. Oh, it's a false Accord of Dreams, and they all get pulled in. Team Secret looking to clean this one up. Leon onto Kavalavar, and he finds the kill. It's just Jetpacks left alive, trying his best to escape Team Secret, but you can't go anywhere, bud, because you're surrounded in all directions. Afterburn against the wall. The Crystal Sentry looking for the killing blow, but it will be Justman to find the ace for Team Secret.
If they'd done it a little bit earlier, might have been able to get a gold mine out of it, but I don't think they're going to complain at the fact that free turret push and a Kraken to be added here to the masses of Team Secret. What a fight for them. Small little area, big value coming out of Mowgli right there. Not only that Force Accord, but everybody's fighting around him. He's able to give that fortified health off to Leon, and Justman is healing like a monster. Leon is no longer really feeling the heat from this comp.
Yeah, it's insane advantage now for Team Secret. They get that turret and they get that Kraken now to push down the lane and look to grab themselves a huge lead in this game. Team Secret about to try and see what they can take. SK Gaming looking to try and stop it. Is this double monocles point for Kalevalava? So this Vox, if he can survive for long, will be doing damage. That Force to Core this time will be blocked up by the Crucible. Hellfire Brew does connect. They're just looking for the turret here, but Team Secret want to fight. Tyra's taking so much damage on the front line. Good knockback. Justman though, he's on the back line. Can they get onto Kalevalava? Yes, they can. That's the kill. Going over to Leon, and they're looking for more here. Tyra goes down. Tyra's as well.
So
it's 2 for Team Secret, and they want jetpacks for the third. Will not be able to find the ace, but the choke turret going to 4 here. Wow, Team Secret have done their homework. They know exactly what they're doing in this game forecourt, and they want to finish.
Yeah, Leon's looking for that third item, and honestly, I just think he's too far ahead. There was a good chance for KVAL and team to bring it back, but two back-to-back failure of a fight right there. SK don't have anything to stop this Kraken.
They're going to try, because Kalevalava's up, his turret's falling, Tyrus dives on, it's going to be Justman the target, and he's trying to get onto the Vayne Crystal, it's falling, Leon rooted up, they found 2 kills, Mowgli the last man alive with the Kraken doing the damage, but it is the ace coming out from SK.
Oh, they're going to live.
It's going to be so close, but they are able to kill the Kraken. SK Gaming going to live for a couple more.
You gotta wonder, I mean, Leon went down off into, Justman went into the corner. He's thinking, maybe I can get home out of this one. He had spent that time with 2 hits on top of that crystal. The game actually might have swung their way. Now you can see SK branching out. They're gonna be looking to grab as much as they can off of this, but no minions spawning because of that Kraken. They're really gonna try to go right through this turret, and Kataris just tank through it all. They are going to grab a little bit of gold. Are they going to go for the Crystal Sentry, I wonder? It just looks like it's going to be the rest of the jungle here that they can get. And now it's going to be shop and see if they can capitalize.
Wow, this is on a nice edge here. All Team Secret need to do is march into the base, but of course SK Gaming going to be blocking it up, making sure that does not happen. Aggressive positioning from SK here. Team Secret trying to get into the middle of the map so they can spot out where Team Secret are hiding. Forced to Cord, blocked up there. It is going to be that reflex block from Tyros to block that one out. Crucible still available from Jetpacks. And I wonder if Team Secret will just look to back off here. Nope, they're looking for a bit more damage because they want to finish. Here they go, running on down. Wall treads used to get into the lane. Team Secret, they want to finish.
They threw out as much flak as they could. Secret is just trying to contain SK. Now, they had a little bit more of a run of the fold just now, but SK, if they get bottled right back up to that choke, well, there's no way that they're going to be able to stop out this Kraken. So for now, Leon, there are so many flares going out for Mowgli.
Wow, bit of a premature quibble there from Mowgli. Jetpacks looking to get into the action, but it's SK Gaming that won the fight in this tri-bush. They're trying to get onto the backline. Leon, he's going to be impaled up. He's locked up for so long. Can Leon get away is the question as Tyros is doing the damage, getting onto him. Leon trying to get away, but he gets taken down by Tyros, and Kalevalava is going to take Mowgli as we speak. Justman left alive as he walks away from the fight, but this Kraken, it's being started by SK.
SK Jetpacks making that fight happen. He was looking for the 3-man gifted wall in that tight little tri-bush right there. Gets blocked by Leon, who then hoops it out of there, but he can't run away from the Koshka. Jetpacks is there to support, and just the rest of the teams just said, well, we can't catch up to our Ringo. Mowgli just chunked out and just destroyed by Kalevalava. Just hit after hit after hit. He didn't even bother looking for the chase, but at the same time, Justman just could not get that heal in, and this is now a little bit of a dodgy situation. Mowgli, he's coming back in as soon as he can, but if he throws down those anchors a bit too erroneously here at this point, he does not have level 3 in it. That's not, a 15-second, it's not a 20-second cooldown. So you gotta really kind of pick your battles with that.
Absolutely. You're gonna have to see SK Gaming looking to try and punish as much as possible. This Kraken's taking a bit of a beating before it hits this turret. Currently it's Justman trying to zone out. Wait for it goes out. Team Secret silence, but there's no re-engage coming out of SK Gaming. That's one turret, one with the Kraken here, but the Kraken, it's down to half HP. Will SK look to fight around this choke?
Leon.
No, they're going to back off. Leon, aggressive positioning. Team Secret pushing SK back so they can take this Kraken down and keep their base alive.
It's back and forth. The gold is just on par with each other. There's really no difference as they just keep taking the swing back and forth. But Leon was not contested on that one, so the Kraken only getting one turret for that return gold. Basically, like, you can think of it like this. Every time that a Kraken dies, the enemy team gets free infusions for the next 4 minutes. And this is just one slip up and it's done. Like, I think we're at the point here, Dowsy, where we have enough power from each side so that any pick, any advantage could win them the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's do or die, really, for these two teams. And Team Secret obviously have that advantage of a completely exposed Vayne Crystal. That's why they're pushing up the lane. They're forcing the hand of SK Gaming, making sure they have to rotate towards them. And SK Gaming are going straight for the fight. Impale on to Tyra's. Leon looking to try and get the damage down. The Force Accord lands, but who is going to win the fight? Tyra's going low, so is this Finn. Leon untouched in the backline, and Tyra's, he's going to go down. They're looking for Kavalavar next, and Kavalavar's stunned. That's 2 kills for Team Secret, and it's only Jetpack's alive. Justfan going to stun him up. It's a double for Leon, and that's going to be it. An ace and a walk down the lane to finish this game. Team Secret secure game 1 of this series.
Tyra's unfortunately just not able to really contribute past the mid-game mark. Like, the pressure was there, but in the beginning, it was the overwhelming pressure by this late game, especially up against a Finn, fortifying out Leon, giving him that extra, fully pointed out polite company bonuses. Leon just, unfortunately, not really feeling it there. So I feel like the